Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. So it is Wednesday, and before we get to the food pantry haul, I just wanted to let you know this video totally turned out different than what it was going to be. So we started this video with a food pantry haul. Then we went to a segment where it was a chatting with us video, and Glenn did most of the chatting, just talking about his childhood and himself. But we had the fans and the AC going, and it picked up a lot in the video. So when I did the playback, all you heard was like a bunch of wind noise, and the video was like 46 minutes long, so I didn't want it to just sound like a bunch of wind noise throughout the whole video. So we ended up having to scratch that part of the video. So what's going to happen now is you're going to get the food pantry haul. At the end of the food pantry haul, I might have said, now we're going to turn around and Glenn's going to talk. Just disregard that, because that would have been what the video was going to be. But since we had to scratch it, it's not. What the video will go directly into is my cooking part of the video that I did today. So I did where I made 2 different meals today, and that was going to be a different video, but now it's going to be combined with the food pantry haul. So we'll go right into the cooking part of the video right after the food pantry haul. So I apologize that you're not going to get the chat with us video, but there will be plenty of chat with us. So all right, I just wanted to let you know that, so you didn't get confused if you heard something that it was going to be Glenn talking and he doesn't show up. So all right, so let's get to the video, and thank you for joining us today. All right everyone, so here is our food pantry haul. I can't fit it all in the camera, but I'll just bring it up to the camera. So I have the phone camera on the table, so that's why it's so close, and there's not a lot of room in here. So all right, so let's start off with some canned goods. First, we got a can of Spam, which you all know is a good if you're out of food or something like that. But people like Spam to put on sandwiches. I know I used to do that, or cut it up in small pieces, mix it up with some egg. Lots of things to do with Spam.
One good thing is have breadcrumbs. Put it in an egg wash, put it in breadcrumbs, and fry it.
Oh, okay.
Tastes probably the best that way.
Okay.
You never had it that way.
No, I never had it that way. So there you go, another way to use it. We got 2 cans of albacore tuna. These are Kirkland. I'm not sure where Kirkland brand is from. I don't know if that's Sam's Club that it comes from, but I don't know. But we got 2 albacore tunas. We got a can of sweet peas for Glenn. We got a can of corn. This is a good variety mix of everything. Some mixed vegetables. We got some green beans. We got sugar-free apple pie filling. We got a can of refried beans. We got a can of baked beans. I'm glad I saw these, because I think we're down to like 1 small can of baked beans. So bushes. So yeah, this will make the second can we have. So we like to eat baked beans when we have we grill out brats and burgers and stuff like that. And for the upcoming fall season, we got some pumpkin. All right, so those are the canned goods we got. We also got this package of Betty Crocker Bisquick complete buttermilk biscuit mix. So that's always good to have. We got a box of Jell-O orange. We got a box of butter recipe yellow cake mix. We got a box of medium shells, some pasta, which we use these for making Glenn's tuna salad, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, tuna salad. So we just put that and some tuna and peas and Miracle Whip
You can make it any way you want.
Yeah, everybody makes it different. So, and we got a pack of these were the sausages we were talking about last night. Some Johnsonville Better Cheddar smoked sausage, and we're going to use that in Glenn's meal. We're going to put it in that sauerkraut that we got at Walmart with some onion and canned potatoes, and that's going to be his meal for 2 nights while I make my chicken Alfredo. Alright, the other meat we got was some chicken drumsticks, some Purdue. These are pretty good sized drumsticks, so I had these in the freezer. And then we got Idahoan buttery home style instant mashed potatoes, and it's always good to get those. I'm standing right in front of the light, so it seems dark in here. We got a box of Betty Crocker scallop casserole potatoes, 1 box of mac and cheese. We got a bag of shredded cheese. This is that double cheddar. I usually get this at Pick and Save. Yep, it's a Roundy's brand. So we got some shredded cheese. We got some Prego meat pasta sauce. Normally people would pair it together with the shells, but we got plenty of spaghetti we can use it with. We've got some peanut butter and jelly. We got grape jelly and some Skippy creamy peanut butter. Alright, so that is the entire food pantry haul. I don't know when we'll get to another one, but at least we made one this week. And with what we got at Walmart, we'll be okay. Alright, so with that, I'm going to turn the camera back around and we're going to turn it over to Glenn. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. So today I am cooking 2 meals. It is Wednesday and I'm cooking 2 meals for supper because we don't like the same things. And it's common, more than you know, a lot of people do that. So what I'm cooking for Glenn, for those of you that are newer, Glenn is my husband. So what I'm cooking for him is a sauerkraut and sausage casserole. So I'm going to be using these Better Cheddar sausages that we got at the food pantry, and 2 cans of potatoes. We do not have fresh potatoes for a reason. So potatoes just haven't been tasting that great lately, so we are going to go with canned potatoes that we also got at the food pantry. And we picked up a jar of sauerkraut from our Walmart grocery haul and some sliced up onion left over from yesterday. So we're just going to easily put all this together. I've got the oven preheating to 350 degrees, and we're going to put this all in a casserole dish, cover it up, throw it in the oven, and let it cook. Alright everyone, so we are ready to put this casserole together, and just to show you the potatoes, these are two cans of potatoes, and they came as whole potatoes, so I just sliced them up. Alright, so we got those, and they're already done, so you don't actually need to cook them. They're already soft, so everything here is just putting together to warm up. The sausage is going to cook really fast. The onions, I guess that's something we're waiting to get soft, so it's not going to take a long time at all. Alright, so let's put this together. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some sauerkraut at the bottom with some juice. Well, actually, nah, let's just go ahead and put all the sauerkraut in. We're going to throw that, and it's got tons of juice. That's what we were talking about in the grocery haul. That Frank's sauerkraut hardly had any juice in the end. And this is just, yeah, it's got a lot of juice, so. And he likes the taste of this too, so. Ooh, sure has a smell though. Alright, so what we're going to do is throw our potatoes in. And onions. Just give it a mix. And now we're going to throw our better cheddar sausages in. You can either try to dig them in there or leave them on top, whatever your preference is. I'll dig some in there, leave a couple on top. I just like to put some of that sauerkraut on top of the sausages, covering them. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and throw some pepper on that. I'll let Glenn put his own salt on there, but I know he likes pepper, so. Alright, so now we're just going to cover it up with tin foil. Throw it in the oven at 350. We're going to give it probably like an hour. By then the onions should be softened up and everything else should be ready to go. Alright everyone, so I've got Glenn's chicken going, and now, no, not his chicken, his sauerkraut casserole. Now I'm going to get my chicken going for my chicken Alfredo. So I've got my pack of chicken breasts that we ordered in our Walmart grocery haul. I did not separate them last night, so I'm going to go ahead and take one out for my meal and then wrap up the rest. So this looks like a fairly good size one here. Alright everyone, so I am just going to cut the thickness in half and then just cut them in cubes. So sounds like a lot of good meals happening in your world. Glad to see some of you are meal planning. I have not, again, meal planned in the past few weeks. It's just so hard sometimes. There's probably a lot of times I could really easily cook 2 different meals because we like so many different things from each other's meals. I turned the fans off to record this so you wouldn't have to hear it, but it is roasting. So I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting this, and then I'm going to get it in the stovetop to get it cooking. everyone. So I've got to split up all my chicken here. I've got some of that countertop prep paper that was sent to me in friend mail. I've got that laid out right here. Got the pack of chicken sitting on top of it. And I've got my clear wrap right here. This beautiful thing, the Pioneer Woman Chick Wrap, it's called. It was sent to me in friend mail a few years ago, and I just keep refilling it with clear wrap when it runs out. So I love this thing. All right, so all I do is individually pack them, wrap them in clear wrap. So I actually used to, I turn it the other way actually, and I just wrap them up just like that. And I used to wrap them in twos, but when I put them all in the freezer bag, I'll show you what I do. So like this is kind of a small one. I might wrap that with the second one. Like that's a good size to go with it. But most of the time when I make meals for us that have chicken, I usually do 2 at a time. So I did that one because it's a good size. I did it as one. This one and this one will probably go together, and then these two go together. I was going to do them just 1 at a time. I think I might still do that. Because if I have packs of 2 and I don't need to, they're hard to break apart once they're frozen. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stick to the wrapping 1 at a time, or just individuals. And then once I got them all wrapped up, I actually put them all in one freezer bag so that I'm not using individual quart-size bags. Then I can just grab them from there. So that's all I do to separate my chicken breast. So even if they're not wrapped perfectly, they're still going to go in a freezer bag. So I'm not too worried about it. Alright, got them all wrapped. And then I just take 1 gallon size freezer bag and put them all in there. That's what I meant by putting each one in an individual quart size bag, so I'm not wasting so many bags. So now we have 5 chicken breasts for meals, and that's it. That's all I do to freeze my chicken breasts, separate them from their pack. And now I'll have to do the bacon as well, so I'll be back for that. But I'm going to check on the sauerkraut casserole. Alright everyone, so now I gotta separate the bacon because obviously I don't want this whole pack open in the refrigerator for who knows how long. It's just 2 of us, so we don't go through a ton of it at one time. So this is the mega pack. It's a 24-ounce pack. So what I do for my bacon is I just cut it down the middle. So instead of packing up whole the long slices, I just cut it so they're half the length. And then once I got that cut, I just, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there's 36 total slices for me. Now, usually I just divided them in even packs, but if I go off of what we would normally use in a meal, so let's say I had breakfast tacos, like bacon, egg, and cheese tacos. I usually put 2 slices of bacon on each tacos, so that's 2. If I take out 4, that's 2 tacos for me. And if I take out 4 for Glenn, if he has just bacon and eggs or whatever, and so that's 8 pieces. And of course, I usually, when I have bacon, egg, and cheese tacos for breakfast, I usually make 1 slice of bacon for Gypsy along with 1 scrambled egg. So 1 slice for Gypsy. So that's 9 slices, and I'll just pack them up like that. And then I'll do the same thing for the rest. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I knew it was going to be 9. I just want to make sure I didn't miscount. So that's another pack. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. And I always just make sure I got the count. 6, 9. Yep, so we got 4 packs. So for 2 people and a dog, there's 4 meals right there with bacon in it. But if we use it for something else like chicken bacon ranch wraps, then usually I put, again, 2 pieces of bacon in the wraps. So if we have 2 wraps or 3 wraps, I might take out another pack to, help that one out. In that case, Gypsy normally doesn't get her slice. But that's how I separate the bacon, and I got it in clear wrap over here. Oops. So I just wrap them up in the clear wrap. And then I'll put all 4 packs in a quart-size freezer bag. I think my roll of clear wrap is running out. Come on. Run out after I pack these up. Alright, I'm going to get what I can out of it so I don't have to change it exactly right now. And then I just pull 1 pack out at a time as we need it. Come on. Alright, so it's running out. You can see it's here at the bottom here. I'm just going to get what I can out of it. That way I can wrap up these last 2 packs of bacon without opening the other one right away. I will change it, but I got other things to do right now. So I'm just going to stretch this out. It's not going to work. I'm just going to slice it so it cuts. Okay, I am on the struggle bus here. Come on, give me a break here. Okay, I got it. Going to have to go with the scissors. Alright, got that one covered up. 1 more pack. I'll just get all I can off of here with whatever else I have to wrap. I don't have anything I have to wrap up right now besides the bacon. got that done. So here I have 4 packs of bacon with 9 half slices in it, and that works for us. We get 2 people get 3 to 4 meals out of that. All right, got a quart-sized bag here, freezer bag, and I just throw them all in here. Grab them as I need them. And there it is. That's our bacon for the month. It should go all month, but we'll see. Depends how many meals with bacon we eat. Tomorrow I will be making breakfast tacos with chorizo, egg, tater tots, bacon. So we'll pull out some bacon for that. Actually, I think I'll just leave 1 pack out already. Leave it in the refrigerator, and that'll be for tomorrow. And that's that. Alright everyone, so everything is almost done. I've got my bow tie. I'm using bow tie noodles for my chicken Alfredo. I've got them in the pot boiling right now, cooking. So I only put in like maybe half of the box. So the other half, what I usually used to do is close it up, and I used to get tape and close off all the edges here. But what I'm going to do this time is just put it in a Ziploc bag. And it'll fit, it should fit in a quart-sized bag. So I can seal it up. Alright, so that was perfect for a quart-sized bag. But what I'd like to do eventually is get some more of these airtight containers, storage containers. This is full of rice. It's about a little more than half full. I've never had a problem with anything getting inside of them, like bugs or anything. Not that we have bugs, but you just never know what happens. So, but I want to get, these were actually, I had some sent to me in friend mail, and then I think I ordered some more. But they're really good. I have rice, dry beans, brown sugar, powdered sugar, granulated sugar, and flour. So I have 6 of these going. I'd like to get some more for all my pastas. I have several boxes of bow tie noodles and several boxes of elbow macaronis that I'd like to just put all in here so I can get rid of the boxes and have them stay fresh in the airtight containers. So that's my future plan. But for now, I put the rest in here. Alright everyone, so here is the sauerkraut casserole, sauerkraut and sausage casserole. And there it is. Yep, I think we're done here. Oh yeah, the sausages look nice and cooked. Everything's done. Alright, so I'm just gonna cover this back up. I turned the oven off, but obviously it stays warm for a little bit. So I'm gonna cover this back up, keep it in the oven to stay warm until my chicken Alfredo is done. It's almost done. And then we're gonna eat. So it's 6 o'clock right now, so this is considered early for us. Alright, so let me get this back in the oven and we'll put my chicken Alfredo together. Alright everyone, so I'm ready to put my chicken Alfredo together. And I've got my bow tie noodles here. And I'm going to grab the chicken. Okay, so I've got my chicken here in the pan I cooked it in. You'll see a little bit of green stuff. That's broccoli. So we had a frozen bag of broccoli, and it's been in the freezer for quite quite a while. So I figured it'd be a good time to use it. So what I did, because it was still frozen, I threw it in with the chicken for just a little while to soften up. So I'm just going to grab all my chicken here. These are the best times to make the meals you like, is when you make your husband something that you don't like. Or you want something that he doesn't like, and you can make something that he likes. If that made sense. So Glenn, I've said this many a times, Glenn is not a big fan of chicken. He will eat it in some meals sometimes, like he ate the chicken bacon ranch wraps, which he's actually mentioning again, but to put the barbecue sauce on it, which I'm all for. But he does not like bow tie noodles. And to each their own, because when I make him tuna salad and I use the medium shells, I don't like shells. So we each have our own likes as to the noodles, the pastas. Oops, sorry. Alright, I'm going to just leave the juice there in case I need to juice up my Alfredo. Alright, so I've got the broccoli here. This was the bag of frozen broccoli. I put it in chicken juice for just a little bit, and then I took it out and cut it in smaller pieces because they were in huge pieces. I'll leave a little bit to see if Glenn wants some broccoli, but it's not a big pack, so I'll just leave that in case he wants some. But I doubt if he will. He's not a fan of frozen broccoli. Alright. But I got plenty in there. Alright, so I've got this jar of chicken Alfredo. We're just going to pour that in there. What I'm going to do is take some of that juice that I made the chicken in, put it in there, swish it, and get some of that out of there. Alright, I got some in there. Let's scrape out some of that Alfredo sauce. Alright, got a good amount of that. Alright, oh, did I get, yeah, I got the broccoli in there. So we're just going to give this a mix up, or a mix. And then I'm going to go ahead and cover it up and put it back on the stove. Just to let it simmer for just a little bit and let that Alfredo sauce just kind of smooth out a little bit. Okay everyone, so I've got the chicken Alfredo back on the stove top, just simmering for a little bit. And meanwhile, I wanted to go over this. So between today and yesterday, I emptied out 3 jars. And so this was the marinara sauce we used for breadsticks yesterday. This was the sauerkraut. This is the chicken Alfredo. So in possibly the next video, I'm going to show you how you can upcycle these jars to make cute household decorations and put light up stuff in there and just make a really cute, cozy decoration for your home, so we can upcycle these jars instead of wasting them. Alright, so that's going to come up. I don't think it'll be in this video, but I think it's going to be in the next video. So I'm going to use these exact jars. I'm going to show you how I get all the gooey stuff off, the labels and the residue and everything. Go over all that, and then we'll upcycle them into cute decorations. Alright everyone, so here is 2 different meals in one night for supper. We've got some sauerkraut and sausage casserole. It's got onions and potato, sauerkraut, better cheddar, Johnsonville sausage, and chicken Alfredo with the bow tie noodles, Alfredo sauce, broccoli, and chicken. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you all so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video and all of our other videos. We appreciate your support every day. And with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.